Hello, my dear students. I welcome all of you to my last session on Constructor and Destructor chapter. So what is the offer that you have come with, sir, today? My dear students, today's offer is like this. If you just learn one program, so 3 programs are free for all of you. So let's start the topic. So guys, I have the topic that is, how do I invoke the constructor? So you all understood what is constructor, how many different types of constructor that we have, and what is destructor is what we have discussed in all the previous sessions. Yes or no? Yes, exactly. Now, my dear students, you understood to write the constructor and you understood to write the different types of constructor. Now the constructor is ready. How do I invoke? Sir, what is the word that you are using? Something called invoke. Sir, what is that? My dear students, invoking in the sense you're calling, you're making it active. So that is what we call it as a invoke. So how do you activate or how do you invoke the constructor is what we are trying to understand in today's topic. So please understand, we have 3 types. Okay, we can invoke the constructors. So what is the first one that we have? The first one is explicit call. What is the first one that we have? We have explicit call. The second one is implicit call. And third one, so my dear students, listen carefully, initialization at the time of the declaration. What is that? Initialization at the time of declaration with the help of assignment operator, These 3 concepts is what we are trying to discuss in today's class. Stay tuned. So if you understand one program, my dear students, rest all the topics, whatever I do in today's class is free for all of you. Listen to me and make a note of all the points, whatever I'm going to discuss. Let's start with the first one. So what is first thing that I'm going to start? I'm starting with the explicit call. What is that? So what is the meaning of explicit? What is the meaning of implicit? Let us understand that first before getting into the program. My dear students, explicit in the sense you are writing the code to make it activate. Explicit in the sense your external body is working on some force to make it active. So that is what we call it as a explicit. Implicit in the sense by itself. So by itself you're not writing anything. You're not making anything to make it active is what I will call it as a implicit. There is a difference between explicit and implicit. Hope you understood the difference. Explicit and implicit. Explicit in the sense you are trying to do it. So implicit in the sense by itself it is trying to do it. Let's take an example for explicit and implicit. So what is that you guys do? My dear students, nobody asks you to play PUBG. By yourself, you will love to play PUBG. Yes or no? So that is implicit. Nobody will force you to do that. But when you want to watch my class or when you want to watch others' class, no, your parents will force you to watch, right? Yes or no? Don't say lie to me, okay? My dear students, that is what we call it as a explicit. So let's start with the first one, that is explicit call. So what is explicit call? Let's understand this with the help of a program. Let's start. So we have the first statement, that is header file. So please understand. So we have the first statement, that is header file. So I have the keyword class. So what is the name of the class? You should be able to identify by now. The name of the class is num. What is the name of the class? The name of the class is num. So under the private access specifier, what is that I have? Under the private access specifier, what is that I have? I have 2 variables, a comma b. So that 2 variables is of type int. The 2 variables is of type int. And then my dear students, please observe, I have public access specifier. As I told you in the previous class, so you are declaring the constructor inside the public access specifier. Whenever you are giving the constructor, so it should be under the public access specifier. Okay, fine, I have that in the public access specifier. So what is the name of the constructor here? So my dear students, num is the name of the constructor. Sir, how do you say that that is a constructor? Let me clarify once again. So the name of the function, before that I don't know whether it is constructor or not. So for that I need to cross verify. Till then I should treat it as a function. Yes. What is the name of the function? The name of the function is num and the class name is also num. So then I should treat it as a constructor. Is that only one function or is that only one condition that you have to check? No. So is it under the public? Yes. Does it have the return type No. So then I should consider it as a constructor. So fine. What type of constructor is this, sir? So you should tell me now. So my dear students, do I have parameters here? Yes. So then it is a parameterized constructor. So fine. I have A and B. So what is the value of A? So whatever the value that I have in P, so I will assign it to A. Whatever the value that I have in Q, I will assign it to B. So that is what I will do inside this constructor. I will assign the values to the variables whatever I have. That is what I am trying to do inside the constructor. So fine, I understood till here. So what is that I have? So I have the constructor. What type of constructor? Parameterized constructor. How do you identify that is a parameterized constructor? Because I have this parameters. Till now, there is no doubt. So moving on to the next one. What is that I have next? I have one more function. So is it a constructor? Let me clarify. So I have void. So void in the sense what? It is a return type. Void in the sense what? It is a return type. So then, so my condition fails here for the constructor. It is not a constructor. It is a normal function which is defined inside the class. Yes. What is the name of the function? So name of the function is display. So let us understand what is there inside the display function. I'm just trying to print the value of A and B. That's it. I'm not doing anything else. There is no great thing inside this function. Yes. After that, I will close it. So once I'm done with this function, I will close this class. So hope all of you know this. Okay. I will close this class and I'll get into the main function. My picture starts now. Please listen to me carefully. Sir, I have main function. I have the main function. So what is the first thing that I'll do? Listen to me carefully. This is the main picture that I am trying to show you all of you. So guys, I have num. What is that I have? I have num. What is this num? Num is the name of the class. What is this num? Num is a name of the class. Fine. What is the next one that I have? obj1. So what is that? I'm trying to create one object for this class. I'm trying to create the object for this class. So fine. After that, I'm using is equal to. I'm using is equal to, that is assignment operator. So after that, what is that I'm trying to do? So num. Again, I'm just trying to write num. So after that, I'm opening the parenthesis 10, 20. Sir, what is this? Any function which has got the same name as class name, you are treating it as a constructor. You are treating it as a constructor. You are passing two parameters. So then what type of constructor it is? It is a parameterized constructor. So what is that you are trying to do? So you are calling the constructor. You are calling the constructor. You are calling in the sense, you need to understand, that is what I will call it as a explicit call. That is what I will call it as a explicit call. My dear students, you are invoking the constructor. You are invoking the constructor. If you write the statement like this, it is an example for explicit call. These two statements are very, very important to depict whether it is explicit call or whether it is implicit call. So if you make any mistake in these two lines, if you are able to write everything and if you are not able to write these things, especially this line, then your program stays wrong for explicit call. You need to understand that. Sir, why? If you ask me, so here you are writing, you are calling the constructor, you are invoking the constructor in this particular point, my dear students. So if you make any mistake here in this particular line and in this particular line, then the entire program stays wrong. So that is what you need to understand. If I say the word explicit call, first thing that you should get is these two lines. That is what you need to understand in this particular program. Remember, I will just erase it for all of you. My dear students, remember this. What is that I am using? Name of the class, object name is equal to constructor. Inside that I am passing the value. So what is the meaning of it? Parameterized constructor. Remember this statement. Make a note of these statements. I will come with the same example in the coming program. I will ask you the question that time. So please understand. Then after that, what is that I'm trying to do? I'm just trying to print the values using object 1 and object 2. I'm just calling this display function to print A and B value for object 1 and A and B value for object 2. That is what you need to understand. So this is what I will call it as a explicit call. Let's understand what is implicit call. My dear students, I suggest all of you, okay, so to go through this program and tell me what is the difference that I have quickly. So same thing, I have class name, I have private, same thing in the previous program. I have same thing, constructor, parameterized constructor, the same thing what I had in the previous example. Same thing I have, assigning the values. Same thing I have, I'm just printing A and B. Is there any difference? No. My dear students, there is no difference. It is completely same. But please come to my main function directly. Please come to my main function directly. My dear students, so observe this statement. What is that I'm doing? I'm creating, I have a class name as num and I have an object name. So, and I'm passing two values, 10, 20. So, my dear students, observe this carefully. What is that I have? Num object 1. So, what is that I have here? Num object 1. My dear students, I don't have this is equal to here. I'm not writing this. I'm not writing this part. So, instead of that, what is that I'm doing there? Num object 1 and I'm passing some value. Let's say 10, 20. This is, look at the difference. Look at the difference. If I just write like this, my dear students, this is what I will call it as a implicit call. If I write like this is what I will call it as a explicit call. That is the difference that you should know, my dear students, with respect to implicit call and explicit call. So what is that I'm trying to write? What is the syntax for implicit call? So I should write the class name and I should write the object. Inside that object, I should pass the parameters, whatever I want to pass for the constructor to invoke that particular constructor. So that is what you need to understand in this program, is what I would like to ask all of you. That is very, very important. Just 2 lines, just one single line that you need to understand, so which will help you to score 5 marks, my dear students. This question, they can ask for 5 marks. Write a simple program to explain the concept of implicit call or explicit call. You just have to read only 1 line. So that is what you need to observe in the entire program. So, my dear students, only 1 line is different in entire program. So that is what I wanted to bring in front of all of you. Just read 1 program, 2 programs free for all of you. So that is what you need to understand. So hope you understood this concept. Hope you got the difference between explicit and implicit. So let's go to the next one. What is that next one that I have? Read the heading carefully. What is that? Initialization of objects. Initialization of objects. What is the meaning of initialization? I have the box. So what is the box? Curtain box I have. Imagine. So let's take, I have empty curtain box. So I don't have anything. Okay. So just now I have created that curtain box. Do I have anything inside? No. So initialization in the sense what? I'm putting it inside something. So that is what I will call it as the initialization of curtain box. Now what is that I'm trying to initialize? I'm trying to initialize the object. I don't have anything inside the object right now I have created. But initialization in the sense I'm storing some value inside that. So when are you doing it? So please observe. During the declaration, whenever you are declaring it, there is a difference between the declaration and definition. Please observe this word I have already explained. What is the difference between declaration and definition? My dear students, I am using the word called declaration. So you are initializing the object during the declaration with the help of assignment operator. Remember, assignment operator in the sense is equal to. What do you call it as assignment operator? So you should treat is equal to as assignment operator. That is what you need to understand. So how do we do that? How do we initialize the object? Okay, during the declaration with the help of assignment operator. I will explain this topic to all of you with the help of a simple program. So my dear students, if you know the same program which I taught you in the beginning, same program I will use, just 1-2 lines difference for this concept also. You just have to remember 2 lines or 1 line, my dear students, for all the concepts. So let's start. Guys, I have the same thing. So I have taken class. Sir, why are you taking the class name as num for everything? My dear students, the concept is very simple. To make it very simple and easy for all of you, let me not confuse with the multiple class names and multiple different types of programming things. I will make the programming very, very easy for all of you. Only the thing is, you need to just keep practicing. So if you are reading or if you are watching my sessions, if you think that you will write and practice the programs, please stop it. So if you want to learn the programming language, please don't write and practice. Please don't mug up the programs. Please trace the programs. Understand the necessity of each and every tokens that you are using in the program. Once you know the each and every requirement of the tokens, you will be writing your own programs. You will just need the question. You will start building your own program. So it will take 1 or 2 days, but my dear students, if you practice this way, you will be one of the good programmers in the world. So let me hope that one of my students will become like that. So let's start this once again. My dear students, what is the name of the class? I have the name of the class as num. So again I have the private access specifier, and then what is the next thing that I have? I have a variable of type int. Then again I have public. My dear students, I have public access specifier that all of us know. I should create my constructor inside the public access specifier. I have told this multiple number of times, and I will throw you a challenge that you need to count in all my videos how many number of times that I have told you, my dear students. Okay, that is a challenge that I will give you. Please put it in the comment box that how many times that I will tell my dear students in this session. Okay, let me come back to the topic again. My dear students, I have the constructor. What is the name of the constructor? It should be same as class name. Yes, I have it as a num. So what type of constructor is this? Yes, it is a parameterized constructor because I have one parameter. So what is that I'm trying to do? I'm initializing the value of a. I'm initializing the value of a. So a is equal to m. So fine, I don't have any doubt till here, and I'm using a void display. Why do you use this function? So to print the value of a. That's it. I don't have any doubts till here, yes or no. Yes, I will hope that you don't have any doubts. So now my picture starts. My dear students, listen to me carefully. So guys, you all know that main function, the execution of the program starts from the main function. Look at me here. So what is that I have? I have num. I have num. So num is what? Num is the class name. My dear students, what is num? Num is a class name. Here you need to observe, I'm creating the object. I'm creating the object. What is that I'm creating? I'm creating the object. So please observe, I'm using is equal to. What is this is equal to? Is equal to is a assignment operator. My dear students, is equal to is a assignment operator. Using this assignment operator during the declaration, I am trying to initialize the value. I'm trying to initialize the value to what? To a object. To what? You are initializing the object with the help of assignment operator. That is what you need to remember. In this entire program, these two statements are very, very important. If you make mistakes in these 2 lines, the entire program is wrong. So please understand. So you are using these 2 lines. That is the important lines in this program that you need to understand. You are initializing the objects during the declaration with the help of assignment operator, my dear students. So after that, I'm trying to print the values of object 1 and object 2. So my dear students, hope I have given you the enough knowledge with respect to the constructors and destructors. I will ask you some of the assignments from your side. So you should tell me, so what is the advantage if I use default constructor? What is the advantage if I use parameterized constructor? So if you should tell me what is the advantage if I use copy constructor? Why do I use copy constructor? Why do I use parameterized constructor? Why do I use default constructor? My dear students, you should be able to write different programs with the concept of constructors. Remember, please don't forget. So why do we have constructor? Constructor is our assistant to assign some value on behalf of us. So my dear students, constructor will initialize the values to the variable, so without any your effort. So that is what you need to remember. So guys, you should be able to write your own programs on the concepts of constructor. So fine sir, don't talk too much on the other things. So let's come back to the main important things in this chapter. You can ask me, What are the important questions that I can expect from this chapter, sir? So my dear students, I have listed some of the 2 marks important questions for all of you. You should be knowing all these questions. So my dear students, you should be able to answer all these questions. Hope I have touched all these concepts. Okay, my dear students, this is the important questions from 2 marks. I'll just move out of the frame. I want all of you to take a screenshot of it, and then my dear students, I have listed some of the 5 questions also, 5 marks questions. Please take a screenshot of 5 marks question. I have discussed almost all these concepts. So I have given one 5 marks question, like 5th question. So please try to write a program using the constructor concept. This is an assignment question for all of you. So rest everything we have in the material, go through the videos 1 or 2 times, understand the topic. If you guys are able to answer all these questions, my dear students, make sure that you will have all these topics in your pocket, and 7 marks is yours. 7 marks is yours easily. So please read, please understand the concept. If you have any doubts, you can write it in the comment box. I will try to answer. And my next topic is inheritance. Stay tuned. Keep watching my videos and share. Thank you very much.